I'm Georgia Payton. I am the Product Delivery Officer for Gaming and Streaming at the British Red Cross, and I look after all of our key gaming and streaming activities. Emergency appeals are the British Red Cross's bread and butter. We're a well-oiled machine. We have some amazing key people who are there to share information, share updates so that product managers can get out the information, the asks, the campaigns as fast as possible. The whole organisation pivots. It's a real team effort. So whether you work in ops, whether you're in fundraising, whether you're in comms, everyone gets involved. What's really interesting with the Ukraine crisis is that the Red Cross has been working in the Ukraine for the past 8 years, so it's not new. So in terms of getting teams and aid mobilised really quickly, that was able to be done so much faster, sort of on top of what our appeal could then do. And then, of course, on top of that, we've got the incredible Ukrainian Red Cross, and we've got the Red Cross societies in the bordering countries, which again are able to mobilise so quickly, which was meant that we could get really amazing video footage, photos, updates that we can then share as the British Red Cross with supporters across the world, and really show where their donations are going and the impact that they're having and the need right now. So it's an amazing thing to be part of this movement, and it really helps to make things as speedy as possible and be able to get aid as quickly as possible to those that need it most. For those that don't know, when a major emergency occurs overseas, the Disaster Emergency Committee brings together 15 UK charities, including the British Red Cross, to raise funds for an effective and coordinated response. And we're all working together towards the same aim. We want to be able to help as many people as we possibly can who have been hit and caught up in the crisis. So what is really amazing to see is that by pooling all of our resource, by working together, by all having the DC logo and branding on what we're doing, we're getting a much bigger reach than we would be able to as an individual organisation, which of course bigger reach means more donations, which means we can make a bigger impact. So the DC Ukraine appeal has raised over £175 million, which is just mind-boggling to think about and is amazing, but that is because of that collective effort. So it's very much because of that collective effort, the impact is faster, it's more efficient. The British Red Cross can't currently accept items like food or medicine or clothes for their Ukraine appeal. They're very kind offers. We're very much appreciative. It's really generous that people across the country want to do that, but we're not in a position that we can do that, and we only accept cash for appeals. And that's because items have to be sorted, they have to be cleaned, and they have to be transported, which slows down the response. Cash donations they're the quickest, they're the safest, and the most direct way of helping people. And it means that we can help the people on the ground with whatever it is. We can source those things locally, and we can transport them really quickly. Gaming and streaming is an amazing new area for fundraising. It's really exciting, but it isn't new. So streaming isn't new and gaming isn't new, but it is new to mainstream fundraising and mainstream charities, which again is super duper exciting, seeing all of the organizations really looking at the space, discovering the brilliant opportunities and how much potential there is for fundraising. So going slightly back to the basics in terms of what is gaming and what is streaming. Gaming is a massive industry. It's everything to do around video games, the paraphernalia, the tech, and it's worth £7 billion in the UK, which is huge. And there's a lot of fundraising opportunities within that, which are working with those corporates. There's lots of marketing opportunities within games, lots of collaboration around tech, because the games industry is at the forefront of new technology. So it's a really exciting space to be doing things. Meanwhile, streaming is the act of performing to a live audience through a digital means. So whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on TikTok Live, whether you are on YouTube Live, and it creates a really amazing opportunity for peer-to-peer fundraising, because you have a live performer and a live audience and they're interacting, which is unique, and you don't get that in other spaces, especially for maybe a higher, like influencers, for example, in the space, being able to talk to the people who are donating. And there's a lot of misconceptions around gaming and streaming and where the fundraising opportunities are. The vast majority of people streaming were gamers, and that was because, again, the games industry is at the forefront of new technology, and they saw streaming as a really great vehicle to talk about new games and show different aspects of what's going on or updates, and it's sort of grown from there. However, we now have really exciting other things on Twitch, for example. We also have people who are doing baking, we have people who are doing live podcasts, we have people who are just having a chat, you have people who are painting, and like absolutely anything. If you have a passion and you want to show people and you can build a community and an audience around it, you can do that live and share that and have a conversation. And it's a really interesting vehicle of like long form content. So like the likes of like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you want short to catch people's attention, whereas we now have several hours. And what does that mean, and what are the opportunities for charities? It's a brand new space for them, and so there's lots of different approaches. So whether you're looking at the gaming industry, or whether you're looking at the streaming space, or a mix of the two, and everyone's testing and trialing new different things. And so it's really great looking at other charities to see what they're doing, because we're all learning. Nobody has the answer yet, and there is a lot of space, there's a lot of opportunities. We can't talk about this without talking about the pandemic, because while organisations were furiously trying to pivot all of their activity to be more virtual, more digital, we had a little inclination, maybe the whispers of something in like innovation or strategy chats of, I've heard in America they do this thing called streaming and gaming, maybe we should try that. And it was the perfect time, because everyone was suddenly at home, and a lot of people took up gaming again to connect with friends and family. So it was kind of a perfect storm of, this was a time when charities could take that risk, and the British Red Cross were perfectly timed, and they launched something in May of 2020, streamed for 19 hours for Operation COVID-19, and it took off, and it was a huge success. And now, we weren't alone there were lots of other charities who were also testing again more streaming proposition activity during that time. And now that it's been proven, there's now so much appetite, and it's been recognised. There's an appetite for other charities to start getting involved, having a bit of an explore, and hence the rise that we're seeing in the UK. You're in a unique position where you have a live fundraiser and you have a live audience. And the mechanism for fundraising is, I will donate £10 if you sing a little song, or I will donate £10 if you play with your controller backwards for 10 minutes. I will donate £50 if you draw on your face in Sharpie, or if you shave your hair off, or if you try and eat a banana with your toes. Like, if you can think it will be done. And because it's live, you have that opportunity to see the product of your donation, because it changes what happens on the stream, but also you can suggest these really crazy things. The response we've had to the Ukraine crisis overall has been insane, but for gaming and streaming has been mind-blowing. So we've raised over £323,000 through gaming and streaming alone, which is way beyond what anything we've fundraised through a campaign before. It's just so heartwarming, because it just shows you the power of this community. It shows you the power of their audiences, and how much they want to get involved and they want to support. Like the streamers, the content creators are all talking really passionately about why they want to support this cause, maybe any links that they have, and it works. People donate, and we've seen some really incredible things. So obviously we've had loads of gamers, we've had the Overwatch community, we've had a load of VTubers, massive Heroes of the Storm tournament, but we've also had tattoo artists doing tattoos of sunflowers. We currently have a DJ relay going on. We've also had like miniature model painting, we've had miniature model making, and my absolute favorite is we had this incredible guy who works in a forge, and we were just in his forge for a week, and he was making a crane or repairing a crane, cranes for Ukraine. It was great because you got to see the intricacies of what working in a forge is like, and coming up with how to fix things, and just chatting to him, and that was awesome and really eye-opening, and again just so heartwarming that people are willing to just, oh, I'm doing this, I'll get involved, this is my little bit that I can give, or this is my big bit that I can give. And again, it just shows you the power of this community, and that is again what's unique about streaming, is it is community. Your community are watching you, whether that community is your friends and family and your colleagues, or whether that's a community that you've brought up around a game that you like, or you're a full-time streamer and you have a massive community of people who follow you no matter what you do, in which case they're donating because they love your content as much as they are donating because they really resonate with the cause. There's been stories of game developers donating some of their profits. We've had content creators sharing our tweets, calling out for streamers to get involved. Another charity person who looks after gaming and streaming in their charity did their first ever stream, but they did it for the Ukraine appeal for British Red Cross. It's been so heartwarming, and I don't even have words. But I guess to add to that, we've done this without any paid promotion. This has all been through good old-fashioned word of mouth, and this type of fundraising is digitalized community fundraising rather than mass participation. It's about having those relationships and getting them to spread the word within their networks. If you want to donate to the British Red Cross, you just head to our website, which is www.redcross.org.uk. If you want to get involved in the gaming and streaming side of things, then you can either email me, which is georgiapayton@redcross.org.uk, or you can find us on Tiltify, which is tiltify.com/British Red Cross, and you can find our Ukraine appeal there.